The rum aisle is designed to confuse you. Every bottle has gold lettering, a fancy age statement, and a story about Caribbean tradition. But behind the packaging, some of the most popular rum brands in the world are selling you flavored sugar water and calling it premium spirit. The worst part is that the rum industry has almost no global labeling requirements, so producers can dump sweeteners, caramel coloring, and artificial flavoring into the bottle, and you would never know. These are 8 rum brands you should never drink, and the few you should be buying instead. Number 8, Castillo Silver. You have probably never heard of Castillo, and that is exactly how Bacardi wants it. Castillo is produced by Bacardi at their Puerto Rico facility under the subsidiary Ron de Castillo. According to multiple retailers, it is the exact same rum as Bacardi Superior, just bottled under a different label at a lower price. That raises an uncomfortable question. If the liquid is identical, what exactly are you paying the premium for when you grab the Bacardi bottle instead? Either way, both are mass-produced column still rums with minimal character. Neither is worth your time when better options exist at the same price point. Admiral Nelson's exists for one reason. It sits next to Captain Morgan on the shelf, and it is designed to trick people into grabbing the cheaper bottle. The branding is almost identical. The naval officer, the gold label, the spiced rum positioning. But where Captain Morgan uses some barrel-aged rum in the blend, Admiral Nelson's relies almost entirely on artificial flavoring and caramel coloring to create the illusion of a spiced rum. The vanilla and cinnamon are not coming from real spices or barrel thyme, they are coming from a flavoring packet, and they put the word premium on the label anyway. Number 6, Calico Jack. Calico Jack is a brand under Suntory Global Spirits, one of the largest spirits companies in the world. But while Suntory pours craft and attention into its premium whiskey portfolio, Calico Jack gets none of that treatment. The base rum is thin and flavorless, and the flavored variants, including coconut, mango, cherry, and whipped cream, taste like someone poured candy syrup into rubbing alcohol. The entire lineup is built to be mixed into cocktails where you cannot taste the rum at all, and that should tell you everything about the quality of the spirit itself. At under $10 a bottle, Calico Jack is priced to be the cheapest option on the shelf, and it delivers accordingly. Number 5, Ron Barcelo Imperial. This Dominican rum shows up in every airport duty-free in Spain and the Caribbean, marketed as a premium sipping rum in an elegant bottle. The first red flag is the alcohol by volume. Ron Barcelo Imperial is bottled at just 38%, well below the standard 40%. That lower proof usually means the producer is masking a weak distillate behind smoothness. Independent testing on earlier bottlings found significant added sugar, and while the brand now claims to be additive-free, the combination of low proof and vague age statements does not inspire confidence. For the $30 to $40 this bottle costs, you can buy genuinely aged, full-proof rum that does not need the help. Number 4, Ron Cartavio XO. Ron Cartavio comes from Peru, and the XO expression is positioned as their luxury offering. The bottle looks the part with dark glass and gold lettering, but independent hydrometer testing has consistently shown this rum contains significant levels of added sugar and other additives. The sweetness you taste is not coming from barrel aging or quality distillation, it is coming from what was added after the fact. The age statement on the bottle follows the Solera method, which in practice means the youngest rum in the blend can be dramatically younger than the number on the label suggests. Peru has no enforceable rum regulations that prevent this kind of misleading labeling. For roughly the same price, you can buy verified additive-free rum from producers who are transparent about what is in the bottle. Number 3, Ron Centenario 20. Centenario comes from Costa Rica, and it markets itself as a 20-year-old premium sipping rum in elegant packaging. The bottle looks expensive. The price tag, usually around $50 to $65, reinforces that impression. But the number 20 on the label does not mean the rum is 20 years old. Centenario uses the Solera method, which means the oldest rum in the blend might be 20 years old, while the youngest could be as little as 6. You are paying for the oldest drop in the barrel, not for the liquid in your glass. Independent hydrometer testing by Drecon found approximately 44 grams per litre of additives in the Centenario 30-year expression, and the 20 is widely believed to carry similar levels of dosage. Multiple independent reviewers have described the transparency from this producer as essentially non-existent, with no information published about the distillation process, no disclosure of additives, and Solera age claims doing the heavy lifting that actual quality should be doing. At this price, you are buying a label. Quick thing before we get to the top 2 on this list. The data on this channel shows that over 80% of you watching right now are not subscribed. That means you are showing up for the content, but the algorithm has no reason to show you the next video. If you have made it this far, you clearly care about what you are putting in your glass. Hit subscribe so you do not miss the next one. Number 2, Pampero Aniversario. Pampero comes wrapped in a leather pouch that looks like something a pirate captain would carry through a Caribbean port. The presentation is stunning, and it does a lot of heavy lifting because the liquid inside does not justify the $40 to $45 price tag. Pampero is owned by Diageo, the largest spirits company on the planet, and the rum itself is a blend of Venezuelan rums aged 2 to 8 years. Independent hydrometer testing by Drecon found 16 grams per litre of additives. The Fat Rum Pirate and Rum Exam both confirmed 12 grams per litre of sugar plus caramel colouring. You are paying for a leather bag and a ball-shaped bottle. Strip away the packaging and there is nothing here you cannot get for half the price from an honest producer. Number 1. Tanduay. Tanduay has been named the world's best-selling rum for 9 consecutive years, outselling Bacardi, Captain Morgan, and every other brand you have ever heard of. They ship nearly 24 million cases a year, and almost nobody outside of Asia has heard of them. That title has nothing to do with quality. Tanduay dominates because the Philippines is one of the largest rum-consuming countries on Earth, and Tanduay is the cheapest option on the shelf, costing less than $2 domestically. The brand admits to using additives, which is more honest than many competitors, but the age statements are where it falls apart. The 15-year-old Tanduay 1854 has tiny print that reveals it is merely blended with 15-year-old rum, and it is not aged for 15 years. Being the world's #1 selling rum does not make it good. It makes it cheap. Now, for the few that are actually worth your money. Wray and Nephew White Overproof. This Jamaican rum costs $20 to $25, and it will ruin every other white rum for you. Distilled from molasses using a blend of pot and column stills at the same facility that produces Appleton Estate, Wray and Nephew is 63% alcohol by volume, with 0 additives, 0 aging, and 0 apologies. Over 90% of the rum consumed in Jamaica is Wray and Nephew. The flavour is intense and funky, loaded with banana, pineapple, and sugarcane character that you will not find in any other white rum at this price. Everything the brands on the avoid list pretend to be, this bottle actually is. Kopali Barrel Rested. Kopali is produced in southern Belize from organic sugarcane juice, rainwater collected from the tropical canopy, and non-GMO yeast. Nothing else, no additives, no sugar, no colouring. The Copal Tree Distillery sits inside a 16,000-acre rainforest estate and operates as a zero-waste facility powered by a renewable biomass boiler. The barrel-rested expression spends time in American oak bourbon barrels and comes out with a clean, subtly sweet character that tastes like actual rum rather than candy. At around $30, this is one of the most honest bottles you can buy at any price point. If you want to know what rum tastes like when nobody has tampered with it, Kopali is the answer. Rhum Naison élève sous bois. If you have never tried a rhum agricole, this is where to start. Naison is produced in Martinique under French AOC regulations, which means every step from sugarcane harvest to bottling is legally controlled and verified. No additives. The sugarcane must be freshly pressed, not fermented from molasses. The result tastes nothing like the dosed, sugared rums on the avoid list. It is grassy, vegetal, slightly funky, with a dry minerality that drinks closer to a fine tequila than a Caribbean rum. At around $35 to $40, Rum Naison Élève sous bois proves that transparency and regulation produce better spirits than leather pouches and fake age statements ever could. If this changed how you think about what is on your shelf, subscribe. More like this is already in the works.